The human mind hates void space. It hates being in the not knowing. So if something has happened to you, what you'll notice is that your mind will automatically go into a speculative state. Now, a speculative mind is a disempowered mind because it's a fearful one. If something has happened to you and you have no logical or rational reasoning or justification for why that thing has happened to you, meaning that there is a lack of understanding and certainty in what you're currently experiencing, then your mind is going to begin to speculate. You'll create all of these narratives in your head of maybe this happened because of X, maybe this happened because of Y, maybe this happened because of Z. Now, although this is a very natural functioning of the human mind, it can also be incredibly detrimental because it means that you're coming up with all of these stories and narratives, which is only going to continue compounding an emotional reaction inside your body, which is going to slow you down. It's going to hold you back, and it's going to keep you in this delusion state. So there are two things you can do when your mind starts to go into speculation when it's in a void space. The first is become okay with not knowing. Become okay with, you know what, all I know is that this has happened, and I don't necessarily need to know the reason why. I just know that it is because it is. Look at it from a very practical perspective. When you can actually become okay with not having the knowing or not having the understanding, you become very, very powerful, right? Because you just get to approach the situation as it is for what it is, rather than wasting your time and your sacred energy in speculation of something that might not even be true, that might not even have happened. The second thing you can do is you can revert your attention to the only thing that you genuinely have control over, your mind. The only thing that we ever have true governance and agency over is how we operate in here. It's what we think. And obviously our thoughts are what inspire the chemical reaction in the body, which is what we call an emotion or an emotional response. So if you're in that speculative space, you can also just turn your attention inwards. I don't need to know how this happened or why this happened, but just knowing that it has happened means that I can check in with my response to it. How do I think about this situation? What feelings do I have about this situation? What patterns or projections or deflections might be coming up from this circumstance? What information is it showing me? And then I get to take action on that information. Do I want to continue in this pattern? Is it something that needs a physical action, or is it something that just needs some contemplation? Maybe this is actually just a reaction because of a shadow aspect of myself. It's because of a narrative and a story that I've been telling about myself for decades. And so it sparks this emotion in me, which sparks this behavior in me, and so on and so forth. So you can turn your attention inwards to really just have deeper self-awareness and clarity on yourself. Moral of the story, or moral of this video, is be mindful not to spend time in speculation, because speculation is going to slow you down and it's going to hold you back.